Good afternoon, Vallejo. This is Deborah Dickson, the host of Our Voices. And today I have as my guest this wonderful person I've known for a number of years. His name is Skip Cole. Welcome, 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 Mr. Cole. How are you today?
Wonderful. Thanks for the invitation.
Oh, it's absolutely my pleasure. The month of March comes about. We've got the leprechauns. We've got, all this good luck. And most of us are always hoping for good luck when it comes to finances. We don't really have the education, but we talk about good luck. And boy, I'm gonna get the lotto today, and it's gonna be the best one today. I asked you to be my guest today because there are a number of reasons in your background, which you'll explain to us a little bit later. Right now, I'd just like to introduce you as the owner of Cole & Cole's Group, and also as an investment advisor for ING Financial Partners. And so I'd like you to tell us a little bit about that, whichever one of those entities you'd like to start with.
Okay, we'll start with the Cole & Cole Group. Initially opened in 1967, and it's been open ever since.
Is that the graduation year? Is that okay? Is that the year we graduated? Okay.
Close, yes. ING for the past 20 years, I've been an investment advisor. Financial planning, stocks, bonds, IRAs, 401ks. Investments in general, insurance products, just depending on the need of the individual. It was odd that I started. I started because I needed the service myself.
Well, it rolls so easily off your tongue, Skip. You say, brokerage and invest. I mean, it just rolls so easily. Yeah. But to the average person, do you realize that you're speaking a foreign language?
It seems that, but I think most of that foreign language is like anything else.
Yes.
When the door's closed, it seems strange, it seems odd, it seems scary. When the door's open and you receive the information, I think anyone with the right information can make the decision.
Okay.
So it's just about the right information.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and finish talking about your background there, please.
Yeah. Actually, I was born on Mare Island.
Really?
Yes, Mare Island Naval Shipyard. Birth certificate says Mare Island Naval Shipyard.
How exciting. You're the first person I ever met. I didn't know that about you. You're the first person I ever met that was actually born on Mare Island.
Yes, that's the place.
What's the story?
Father's in the Navy.
Okay. It's real simple.
Yeah.
Real simple, and they decided to stay here as opposed to I'm sure, as most people came from someplace else and settled here in Vallejo because of Mare Island and the shipyard and being in the service.
Yeah, we stayed here, and when he shipped out, we stayed in Vallejo. Yes.
Wonderful. Oh,
been in the Bay Area all my life.
Okay. All right. Okay.
The biggest part of it, though, is the financial part. Most of us, when we think of finance, we think of stock markets, we think of bonds and derivatives and investment. Those things we really don't have to consider at all. That's not the starting place, that's the ending place. It starts with sitting down and establishing your own goal. I mean, what's your goal for retirement? What's your goal for putting away for your kids' education? It's about your goal. You establish that first, and then that's easier to deal with. That doesn't take knowing the markets. That just taking the time to sit around and figure out what you would like. How would you like to live at retirement?
Right.
The advisor puts together the parts and the pieces.
I see. I can see that, and coming from that retirement place that I am now, I wish I'd have met you 40 years ago when we were retiring. Because again, when you're young, you just really don't think of that. I mean, you had the opportunity because of the business you were in and what you aspired to know to go out and seek out that information. But I think most people just kind of depend on, especially during the time that we came up, the companies that we worked for. It was usually a kind of cradle to grave kind of thing. Which is no longer like that now. And would you talk a little bit about?
Yeah, that changed over the years. they started out with what they call defined pension plans. They had a defined benefit or a defined contribution. Just means that they defined what you were going to receive at retirement, or either they defined the contribution. How much money were they going to put in the plan for you each year? Those begin to fade away because most of that money was coming out of the employer's pocket. So they come out with 401k types so that the employee could participate. Employer pays for plan setup. They can match, but the dollars are mostly coming out of the employee's pocket. So that it evolved over the years. And even with that involvement, because it changed, a lot of people weren't comfortable with it, weren't sure about it, so they weren't participating the way that they should. And they were not signing up in it, and it's just good business to sign up because it's pre-taxed. So
now tell the neophyte what that means.
Pre-tax is they calculate your pay, and then the amount that's going to be contributed to the plan comes out of your pay, and then they calculate the taxes that you owe on the balance. So the dollars that go in the plan are not taxed. They're deferred. This is Caesar's world, so he's going to always get his due.
There's always two things you're going to do: pay taxes and what? Die.
That's right.
Those are two things.
Exactly. So in the plan types, it delays that until a later date. So what you have in the plan making profit is your money as well as the tax dollars.
I see.
So
and a lot of people don't understand that concept. It's like, well, the company put the money in there for me, and why should I put it in? The company's already, putting some money in there for me.
Yes, we had two clients came in from the same place, not at the same time, but from the same place. The first person came in, had participated in the plans, did all the saving, and was really excited about retiring. And so we're asking questions like, where would you like to live? Because of the amount of funds that's in these accounts. What would you like to do at retirement? With all these fancy goals. And they were all excited, got everything ready. We had another client came in a couple of weeks later, completely opposite. Had not participated in the plans, just a very few dollars. And the concern was, can I really retire now? Do I take another job? How do I make retirement work? Well, as we went through the conversation, we found investment information that's designed for women. And almost every company has some sort of information packet or seminar packet just for women, because the women are ending up with the majority of the money.
Well, I can certainly understand that. Last couple of months ago, I interviewed a cardiologist, Dr. Jones, and we talked about men and their health issues. And, all of us, need to be a little bit more healthier in terms of our heart and how we take care of ourselves. But men in general like to, as I say, maybe live on the banks of denial and pretend like, no, that's the other fella. That's really not me. I'm going to switch gears here a little bit because having known you for so long, I'm so interested to know about how many kids do you have? How many grandkids do you have? I'll exchange. I've got 3 sons. You remember the first one? That was Bruce. And then there's Joel, and then there's Jason. Then I have 6 grandkids now. And I've actually got 3 college-age kids, 2 in their second year of college. So somebody got old while I wasn't looking.
I think they all got old while we weren't looking.
We weren't paying attention, Skip. Class of 67, we weren't paying attention. How about you?
I have 3 daughters.
Oh, wonderful.
And 1 son.
Okay.
7 grandchildren.
All right.
And 1 great-grandson. And
you passed me.
Yeah. He's like his great-grandpa. He's cool. No, but anyway, we've been blessed with a number of children.
Wonderful family. I know it's a lot of fun at Christmas time and at family gatherings. We all, come from a big family background. I married into a large family. I had a large family. And those times that we spent, together exchanging, fun
Yeah.
out at Blue Rock Springs,
Yes.
and all of the places that we used to go to as families when we were younger. I think about that, and I get so much joy knowing that we had these experiences right here in town.
Yes.
You were on the other side of town, so I don't think you went to Solano. I was at Solano.
No, I didn't go to Solano.
You went to.
During that period, I was at Franklin Junior.
That's it.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. See, I take you all the way back, all the way back. You and I were talking about your initial interest. I still have those pictures you took of me when you had photography.
Photography
we were
class.
in the,
that was high school then.
Yeah.
Photography, fun times.
It was fun.
Yeah, did a lot of wedding portraits, lots of fun times.
Well, is that still your hobby, or is that still something that you're interested in, or?
Well, a little bit. I have a camera in the car, and keep it close by. When there's family events, I usually take the photos.
You're the one that memorializes everything. Well, that's fantastic. Okay, for someone that is just starting out in today's economy, I think maybe would be a good place for us to go right now in terms of what would be your best suggestion for them to start out? I mean, someone, they just got out of college. They were lucky enough to get a job, okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we all know that the benefits and the pay are nothing like it was, let's just even say 10 years ago. So what would you advise a person like that to start out doing? What would be the first step that you would advise them to take?
Even though they're just starting first job, that's the day they plan for retirement.
Okay.
Immediately, they should go to HR, get the HR packet. And if they want real specifics on the retirement side, they should ask for what they call the plan documents. They have a set of plan documents that when the retirement plan was designed for that particular company, they created plan documents to turn in for review to set up the retirement plan. So for that, and then get started, no matter how small it is that they can afford to put in.
Right.
Because they can adjust it up, they can adjust it back down. If they start putting in a couple of $100 a month and that's too much, they can trim it back, and then as raises come in, they can increase, but they should start then and make it nonstop, because most of us like what we do.
Yes.
I know you enjoy this, but all of us are going to have to stop.
Yeah.
And then it becomes how well we live.
Yeah.
And what we can do for our next generation, and something to pass on to our next generation.
Right.
And it's easier to start it through payroll, because there's deductions through payroll that you can't obtain outside of payroll. So it's best for them to start immediately.
What do you think about the tax advantages that small business owners get? Is that something that you help a small business owner plan for, rather than working for a corporation? Or because with the ups and downs of the economy, a small business owner, we may be able to to meet expenses this month.
Yeah.
But next month we may not be so lucky.
Yeah.
So
what we do with small businesses is we agree to get with their accountant, because the tax structure it's a job all by itself.
I see.
So we usually agree to get with their accountant, and from their accountant side, we will structure the part that we play in reference to investments and retirements, and we will stay in communication with their accountant or their attorney or whoever it is. Most of the guys call us the coach. And as the coach, we round up their insurance needs, their CPAs, and whatever their needs are,
Sure.
And handle it that way instead of actually trying to participate in their taxes.
Sure.
We participate through their CPA, because the retirement side, as odd as it may seem, the Internal Revenue does not discriminate. That's odd. No. So for an example, like if a person has a 401k, they have the same advantages for somebody who works for a nonprofit or for the school or the state. There's just a 403b, which is the same as the 401k.
Okay.
A person is self-employed, they would have a SEP IRA, which is the same as a 403B, which is the same as a 401. They're just under different codes, different code sections, but everyone has the same benefit.
They're going to get their money.
Yes.
Okay, they're going to get their money. Either way it goes, they're going to get their money.
Right.
Talk to me a little bit about the real estate market now, especially here in Solano County. You're so knowledgeable. As you said, you opened up your own real estate office back in the early, late 60s, and certainly have grown from there. 60.
That wasn't like 60.
That wasn't then?
No, that was actually, the actual date I think was, we waited 87 when we actually opened, When
you actually opened up your real estate office. And
I was giving you graduation date.
Oh, thank you.
That's because of your cup here.
You like that? Well, I told you, class of 67, that was the last year that I worked on the committee, so for 2007, and I got those cups. And so my very first interviewee was the first African-American principal at Vallejo Senior High School, a gentleman by the name of Clarence Isidore.
Okay, yes.
And so I put these out here, and they're just a constant reminder of my connection, my deep connection to this community, and also to Vallejo Senior High School, because even though my grandchildren, my sons have graduated and gone on, my grandson, the last one I had there, he graduated last year, he's gone on. I still have I think a niece and a nephew are there, and I'm the school site president there, so I'm still involved with Vallejo Senior High School. I think that it's important that we give back to the community. I always had fun doing the Juneteenth because it was so community oriented, and I got to see all you guys out there with your shorts on, barbecuing and having a really good time. So that was a fun time for me. I'm going to let you talk about what you choose to in terms of this real estate, and we'll go from there.
Real estate market took a major hit everywhere. Solano County was at the top of that list.
Yes.
However, today prices are beginning to stable. Some values are beginning to increase, so it's coming back. It has a ways to go, but it's coming back. And the housing.
You read all this doom and gloom, It's like it's the end of the world. Your house is worth 36 cents, now. You got a mortgage that says it's worth, $370,000, and, you get an appraisal and say, well, like $2.97 is what your house is worth.
Over the years, our opinion as to why we purchased the house changed. We start looking at it as if it was an investment, and it's not.
I see.
It was a place to stay. It was a place to live. It was.
But that's all you've ever heard. I mean, honestly, Skip. Get the house. The house is an investment. Get the house. When we were young coming up, and Gene and I took a beating. Get the house. It's time, and so I just.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the place where you stay, we're looking to have it to where there is no payment.
Yeah.
We've reached for it being free and clear because it's not an investment in terms of return on your dollar. That's not what it is. It's more about pleasure. I have a place to stay. I have a roof over my head. I don't have to worry about that. It's more about that. When we started looking at it as an investment, it became something else. So people started refinancing it and putting financing on it that was not suitable.
Yes.
And the money markets were. The markets on money was so soft that the terms on financing were horrible. They're just terrible.
And they got away with so much with it being unregulated and low integrity levels, the whole 9 yards. So, go ahead.
And when you're in it, you see certain things and learn things about it. It's kind of odd. But in the finance market for housing, lenders make loans, and that's the business they're in, and that's fine, and everybody should make some profits. They bundle those loans into packages and we're selling them back, and they sell them back to Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac in a day to receive more cash, to issue more loans for us to buy houses and places to stay. So it was fine. But they started finding new buyers for their bundled loans.
Yes.
And the bankers and brokerage houses that I don't mention, but they started finding them as buyers for those bundled packages. Some of those bundled packages had bonds or other derivatives mixed with them, and they would sell them to brokerage houses. in order for the brokerage house to sell it to the public for them to make a profit, they first have to have them rated. So they pay rating agencies to rate that package. And once it's rated, the next step before they can sell it is they have it insured. So an insurance company comes along and insures the package, then they sold it. So it became really profitable for everyone. For the lender selling the loans, the guys bundling them, the rating agency, the insurance company. Everybody was going, just really gangbusters going along. Well, when the day of reckoning comes, when these loans start adjusting and payments started modifying and people could not afford to pay, then the income stopped.
The rubber met the road.
And it began to back off.
Okay, and that's exactly what happened, and so many people got so hurt, and lost so much. Well, I could talk to you about this stuff. I did not think that I was going to understand a word you said, but you did tell me that it's not that deep, Deborah.
No, it's not. You know what? This is what we say. This is what we said the other day. It's just like the Super Bowl, and the 49ers going out on the field, and there's no coach.
Okay.
And so they're all good.
Yeah.
And they're running all over the place.
Right.
But there's no coach.
That's right.
This is the same thing. So you as a player, you do what you do and stick to your part. You just need a coach to handle those other things.
Right.
That's all it is.
Oh.
So people don't need to change their profession. They just need a coach to look at that certain part.
Yeah, that is absolutely fantastic. I appreciate that advice. I'm going to take that to heart. Of course, a little late, I'm retired, but I'm really not retired.
No.
I'm like in between retirement, I do what I like to do, and what my passion is fitness motivation and talking to people and sharing with people all the wonderful things that are going on in my life. And I think I take this opportunity to really share with the people of Vallejo the wonderful people and information that we really do have at our fingertips. A lot of times we like to say, that's just for we don't have this or what. But no, we have a lot going on. You just have to avail yourself of it. And I think that you hit upon a very, very important point is don't wait for somebody to bring you some information.
Yeah.
Go to the Human Resources office and ask for that package. They're happy to give them to you. Usually when, as a new employee signs up, that's what you get. So I'm going to close with asking and thanking you for coming out, wishing you and your lovely, lovely family a wonderful and prosperous year. And I appreciate you coming on such short notice. And we'll see you soon.
Anytime for you.
Thank you so much. This is Deborah, the host of Our Voices, and I have just had the most enlightening conversation with the most knowledgeable gentleman that I have had the opportunity to know. So please take this time, get your finances in order. As Mr. Cole indicated, going to a financial planner is not as scary and as hard as you really think it is. The first couple of 30 minutes or so, they need to know if they can help you anyway. So that sounds like free 99 to me. I think I could go and take advantage of free 99. And I'm asking each and every one of you to take a look at your own personal goals, where you would like to be if you're not at retirement age now. Now is the time to start to plan for that and to get ready for that. So I thank everybody for coming to my show and listening to me today. I hope that I've brought a little bit of information to help you better plan your life and to be more positive in how you're planning your life. Live your life. Thank you all. This is Deborah.